from a different star, flying over streets and the broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the lead. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts.
Hello and welcome to today's video. So Meg and I today are off for another jump lesson with Nettie Lewis, heading back over to the Arena of Dreams, as I call it, that lush indoor school I just can't get enough of. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to today. A bit like unsure what to expect. So we went out recently for a show jumping competition with the riding club. It's our first show jumping competition we've done for a long time, and the first round was okay, actually. I was actually reasonably pleased with it. I'll see if I can put some clips in over the top. She jumped around the round, which I'd had a bit of a confidence crisis and a meltdown on the way up to the venue in the lorry, that we weren't going to get round and even get over the first fence. So to get round, I was actually quite pleased with. We did have one stop and I think a pole, and therefore picked up some time penalties, but I wasn't too bothered by that. I was just, like I say, quite pleased to get round. We then went on to do our second round, which was in a different arena, indoors, a bit more spooky. We didn't have the greatest warm-up. Mega is very triggered by like her own confidence, so if you have like a bad few jumps, that can really set her back and really not set her up for success. So we then went into the ring, and having not had a great warm-up, lots of spooky fences, quite a lot of people were having problems in it, which I think was then making me a bit more nervous. The jumps were bigger, so yeah, unfortunately we didn't get round that round. So it would have been nicer to have finished on a positive note on the first round, but never mind. Anyway, after that I spoke with Nettie, my coach, sent her the videos of what had happened, and she said, okay, when you come for your next lesson, we're going to treat it like it's a show. So you're going to jump like a cross pole, an upright and a spread, and then we're just going to go straight into the course and see what happens. So she could then, if something went wrong, try and help me and see if we can work through that, so that if it does happen at a show, I'm a bit more armed with tools in my toolkit of how to fix it. So that's what we're looking to do today. We shall see. I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. So this was a perfect example of often what happens to me in the warm-up. I'll come round off the corner in a nice canter, and I'll see from the corner that I'm not onto a good shot, and I'll panic about that instead of sitting, keeping tall, keeping my leg on, hands up, and waiting for the fence to come to me. So this again was another really good example of what sometimes would happen to me at a competition. So we're coming round again in a nice canter. Mega actually starts to spook at the ladder on the left hand side, so we lose our straightness. I put my leg on, but you'll see the final stride, I actually take my leg off. I don't keep it there all the way into the base of the fence. So we come back round again, and I make sure I keep my position tall, hands up, leg on all the way in, and what a surprise, we pop it nicely. So similar to what happened with one of the warm-up fences, I've come around the corner, can see that I'm on not a very good shot, and I kick far out, but the last stride I'm just not there, and Mega says I can't do that.
Yes, that was good.
So that had gone really well. We were just doing this last bit of the course again because I then start to have a different problem where Mega has built up some confidence and then starts to go a bit too fast and covers a bit too much ground, which then causes a problem with the related distances. So I was trying to do some half halts, really get her back listening to me in between the fences to keep that short punchy canter rather than let her tow me into the fences.
So I just got back in the car, about to head home. Megan's gone out in the field for a few hours before I bring her in for this evening. I was very pleased with how today's session went. It was good because we did have a couple of stops, nothing like major. The first stop, as you would have seen, was at our first spread warm up, and actually I think she was looking at a ladder or something more to the left of the fence rather than the actual fence itself. And I did what I do, so it was quite good for Nettie to actually see what I'm doing wrong and help me sort of process what I'm doing and work through that. So I'll kick if I feel her backing off, but literally the last stride I almost just give up and sit there. So she went to do this spread from pretty much nothing, but I'd stopped riding, so then she was just no, I can't do it. Anyway, I came round, obviously she jumped it fine and stuff again after that, and then the only other stop we had was at the red viaduct wall. Again, she wasn't looking at the wall or the fillers. I just could see I was on a really crap stride, and instead of sitting back, holding, keeping my hands up and making her just wait for the jump, I just was oh, it's a bad stride, go here, and let go of the contact, threw away my reins, and expected her to just do that. Now, she'd maybe go on a bit of a long one if she's feeling confident, but because that was quite early on in the course, obviously she hadn't jumped loads of jumps before then, she just wasn't confident enough to just be yep, don't worry mum, I've got this, I'm going. So yeah, naturally was whoa, no, I can't go from there. So then we brought her back round, and of course she popped it and popped the rest of the course lovely. So it was good again, yeah, that Nettie was there to help me work through that. So basically my takeaways are, don't worry about the stride, Lauren. Just literally sit up, keep your hands up. Because Mega is quite downhill, she naturally wants to like pull me forward and pull my hands down, and I need to just remember that I need to have her riding up into my hands, into the contact, and keep my shoulders back. Don't allow her to pull me forward. Keep my eyes up, shoulders back, head up, hands up, everything up basically, and then she can have a nice punchy bouncy canter riding up into the contact. And if the stride's wrong, at least she's on a good canter and she can maybe do something from that to help me if the stride isn't quite right. So that's the takeaway. We have got a combined training in mind that I'm hoping to take her to at Bury Farm, so a venue that she's very, very familiar with, and we'll see how we get on there. But we have got another lesson with Nettie before then. So if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure you drop me a comment below, and I will potentially vlog the next one as well for you. It's becoming a bit of a series of show jumping lessons, but let me know in the comments down below if you are enjoying them, and I'll continue to vlog them for you guys. Until then, I shall see you very soon. Bye.